Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new reading vlog. Today is January 1st, so it is the new year, 2024, and I am definitely one of those people that feels kind of refreshed and renewed when the new year starts. I just feel like it's just like a clean slate. It's a new blank page for us to write the year on, and I'm just really excited for this year because I think I hope my mindset shift going into this year is going to make it a really great year all around. Last year, while I did have a lot of highlights like meeting up with my friends in Minneapolis, and I had an amazing camping trip with all of my college friends, and I got to spend the holidays with Lachlan at the end of the year. I had like so many great memories from last year, and I read so many great books last year. But overall, the 2023 was just like a rough year for me mentally, and I struggled a lot. I took a month-long break, which I haven't done since I created my channel. And yeah, I just had a lot of lows as well. So I'm hoping that going into 2024 with a like fresh slate and a whole new mindset of just doing what makes me happy, I'm hoping that that makes for a really great year. So welcome to the vlog, welcome to 2024. I hope you're doing well. Let's talk about the books that I plan on reading in this video. So I am faced with the task of picking out my first read for the new year, and I would really like that book to be Heartstopper Volume 5 by Alice Oseman. I think this is a great way to start the year off because I already know that I love Heartstopper so much. I love Nick and Charlie so much. Volume 2 is my favorite volume. I gave that one 5 stars. I think I gave the first one 5 stars as well. I just love it. It's so wholesome. And I've been eagerly anticipating the 5th volume for quite some time now. And I just also really love the show. So I got this when it came out and I just haven't read it yet. And I know that I'll be able to read it in a day because it's a graphic novel. It goes by really fast. I did get the American edition though, and all of my other editions are the UK editions. So like the spines don't match up, and this has like the blue tint on it, which none of my other volumes have. So I'm either going to try to find this in the UK edition that it matches the rest of mine, or get all the other volumes in the American edition. All I know about this one is that they take a road trip to go check out their universities because they're going to be going to college soon. I think it has to do with them thinking about having a long distance relationship. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I think that this is the book that I'm going to start the year off with. I also want to read more fanfics this year. I feel like last year I would hold myself back from reading a bunch of fanfics that I wanted to read because I was like, oh, I can only read so many of them. I have to read these like traditionally published books or like these physical books and stuff like that. But like I said, my mindset of doing what makes me happy is like my mantra for this year, and I'm trying to really make that shift. So I'm gonna read as many fanfics as I want, and if that's 10 a month, then that's what it is. But the one that I want to get to, that I'll probably start today, is called Until the Ink Runs Dry. I think the author's name is Akio Mjolnir, like Thor's hammer Mjolnir. But it is an epistolary fan fiction where it's basically just Draco and Hermione writing back and forth, and it's kind of like a hate to love. I mean, of course it is. That's what Draco and Hermione are. But it's told entirely through letters, and I just think that that sounds really good. I love epistolary novels, so I'm really excited for that one, and it's on the shorter side. I want to say it's like 40 or 50,000 words, so it's not too long. So I could potentially finish Heartstopper and Until the Ink Runs Dry today. But I also want to get to my tandem read of Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. I've been putting it off for so long, so I'd like to get to these this week. That is the plan, and then who knows, maybe I'll pick up another fan fiction after Until the Ink Runs Dry. I don't know. But for right now, that is the plans. I'm gonna go kind of hunker down on the couch. I've got this big oversized like blanket hoodie that's like made out of like white Sherpa, and it's really soft and cozy that I got for Christmas, and it's amazing. I'm gonna go throw that on and sit on my couch and read about Nick and Charlie in love. it's a bit later now and I have some reading updates for you. So I did start and finish Heartstopper Volume 5 by Alice Oseman, and I really enjoyed this volume. I just love Nick and Charlie so much, and like how Alice Oseman writes them and how she writes their characters. And it's still very like wholesome and sweet, but it is tackling some more like tougher topics. Like I said before, this one does follow them and like trying to make the decision of if they're going to be able to have a long distance relationship, and Nick is deciding on which university to go to and if he wants to be closer to home so he can be closer to Charlie, or if he wants to go somewhere else that maybe is a little bit farther away but would make it tougher on his relationship. And then they're also dealing with the fact that they kind of both want to take their relationship to the next level and take the next steps and stuff like that. So it's very much still like a coming of age, and I really loved it. I am sad though that this is not going to match the other ones on my shelf. So I might have to remedy that soon, but it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. This was a great way to start the year off because it was just like a nice quick read, and I got to sit down and read the whole thing in one sitting, so I enjoyed that. And then I did start reading Until the Ink Runs Dry, and I think I'm about like 45% of the way into that one. It's only, I think, 41,000 words, so it's not super long, so I could finish it today if I wanted to, but I set it down because I was getting a little burned out with like the epistolary format of it, because it's literally just them writing letters back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while I do love that, like a story of just letters is a bit like too much for me to read all in one go, if that makes sense. Like it's too hard to binge that. So I am still enjoying it, but I'm setting it aside and I'm going to start my tandem read. I am ready to go. I've already got my annotation systems set up in this, so that's good at least. So I know like what my tab colors are and stuff like that, and just get as far as I can in the tandem read. So I will be starting that now, and that's probably what I'll read for the rest of the day. But yeah, so far a good start to the year and a good start to this vlog. So I'm gonna go and get into reading Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn now. Okay, hello everyone. It is Thursday now, January 4th, and I have a few reading updates for you. I'm trying to make this quick because I'm about to go meet Maggie. We're gonna go to my favorite restaurant, and then we're gonna go see the movie Anyone But You, which I'm really excited for because it's just like my perfect setup. Hate to love, but with fake dating, like, I think it's gonna be amazing. Anyways, I did start my Tandem read. I am not very far in though. I'm 134 pages into Empire of Storms, and then I'm 100 pages into Tower of Dawn. So I've got that going for me. I'm probably going to try to focus on this more this weekend. And then I decided not to finish Before the Ink Runs Dry. I think that's what that one's called. I got halfway. I was about 50% in, and I don't know. I just wasn't I was feeling very mid about it, and so I just didn't have the need to continue. So I decided to stop reading that. But I did start reading The Library of Alexandria, which is another short, I don't know, I think it's 20,000 word fic, but it's by Senlin Yu, who is the author of Manacled. But I'm only a couple chapters into that one, so I'm not very far at all. But the book that I really want to talk about is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I picked this up because I had the audiobook for it on Libro FM, and I wanted to listen to an audiobook on my way to work yesterday, and I started listening to it, and I was like, wait, I'm loving this. And so it's all I wanted to read and all I wanted to think about, and it's so good. It's so cute. I finished it today and I'm just absolutely obsessed. I just love Ali Hazelwood's writing so much. Author by author for sure. I'm so excited for the 2 books that she has coming out this year, and I just love it so much. I was a little nervous when I found out that this was going to be a YA book because all I've read from her has been her adult romances. But even if you loved her adult romances and were skeptical because this was a YA one, still pick it up. It's so good. It's so cute. And I would definitely say it's more of an upper YA. I feel like this is in that category that's between YA and adult, which we call new adult, but there's not really a good marketing term for it, but it's definitely more new adult than it is young adult, but definitely more young adult than it is adult. I don't know if that's making any sense. But the main character is 18 and the love interest is 20, so it's not really a young adult, but it's also not really an adult. It's that middle, that gray area, you know? But it's following Mallory and also Nolan, who Nolan is the #1 champion chess player in the world, and Mallory is also extremely good at chess, and she happens to beat him at a friendly little tournament, and then everybody is losing their shit over it because how did this no name, not ranked at all chess player beat a world champion? And so she takes up this fellowship where it's a scholarship program kind of, where they pay her to play chess and learn about chess, and then it's kind of a little bit like a rivals to lovers. They're not really rivals. It's not what you would think from rivals to lovers, but obviously they are opponents. I don't know that I would call this a rivals to lovers. It's just really cute, and I just loved it so much. But yeah, I just thought that this was so cute, and I was giggling and kicking my feet the entire time. It was just so much fun, and now I just really want to play chess, so there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna give this one 5 stars because I just had the best experience reading it, and I didn't want to stop reading it. I didn't want to put it down. It was just so good. So now I'm definitely really excited for Ali Hazelwood's other books that are coming out this year. I will be picking those up on release day. I know Bride comes out in February, early February, so I'm gonna be picking that one up right away. Now I'm gonna go meet up with Maggie, and we're gonna go to our favorite Mexican restaurant, and then we're gonna go see Anyone But You. But I just wanted to talk about Check and Mate because it was so cute. it is Monday now, and I thought I would give you a little update because I didn't update at all over the weekend because I've basically just been focusing on my tandem read, and I can't really talk about these books that much because they're so far into the series, but I am quite a ways into them. So I don't know if you can see my little bookmark. I'm on page 564 of Empire of Storms. So I have, what, like 130 pages left of this one. And then I'm on page 531. So also, I have like 130 pages left. So I am going to go finish these probably tonight. I've been really enjoying my reread of Empire of Storms. Tower of Dawn, not so much. In fact, this is making me regret doing the tandem read, which I've done the tandem read before, and I absolutely loved it when I did the tandem read. But this time, I'm just like, every time I have to pick up Tower of Dawn, I'm frustrated and annoyed because it's following characters that I don't care about as much as I care about the characters and like what's happening in this one. And this book just, I don't know, it's not my favorite. It's kind of boring to me, and yeah, I don't know. I feel bad saying that because like if you haven't read the series, you do have to read Tower of Dawn. It's important that you read it. But now I'm like, would I recommend the tandem read? I don't know. It's hard. There's pros and cons to the tandem read. You just have to make your own decision about it because, you know, I still feel like it's a good thing to read the tandem read, and I'm going to be grateful that I did the tandem read this time once I finish it. But I don't know. I'm annotating the absolute bejesus out of Empire of Storms, and I'm having a really great time with it. Moving on from that though, I also started Butcher and Blackbird this morning. I can't remember the author's name, but this is a serial killer romance where they're both serial killers, but they're serial killers of serial killers. So it's like Dexter, where like they kill bad people. And I'm absolutely loving it. I have it on my Kindle and I have the audiobook as well, but I ordered a physical copy because I'm just having so much fun with it, and I really, really love it. I love the two characters, and it's just, you know, it's a rip-roaring good time. It is also Lachlan's book club pick for her Patreon, so I think she's currently reading it. I think Cammie's currently reading it, so it's just great. But yeah, I'm having a really good time with that one, so I'll probably listen to that one more tomorrow after I finish the tandem read. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick check-in because it's been a few days since I've updated, and I just wanted to talk about Butcher and Blackbird before I finish that one. But I think I'm gonna go sit down and try to finish these two tonight, and then I will check back in tomorrow, probably when I finish Butcher and Blackbird, and decide what I'll read after that. Alright, hello everyone. It is Tuesday, and last night I finished the tandem read of Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn, and I am just emotionally wrecked because of this book, and I just love it so much. There's so much that happens in here. This is definitely one of my favorite ones of the series. Queen of Shadows is still my favorite, but I believe that this one is my second favorite. But yeah, I had a lot of fun like annotating, and I did like some doodles and some different things in this one, so I had a really good time reading this one, even though it emotionally destroyed me. And then Tower of Dawn, I mean, I knew that this was my least favorite in the series. It's one of my least favorite Sarah J. Maas books. Definitely, like, if you're reading the series for the first time, you still have to read it. But yeah, doing the tandem read and switching back and forth when I just wanted to be in this book with these characters, this time around, the tandem read, I was kind of getting like frustrated by it. I still would recommend the tandem read, but there's like pros and cons to reading this one first and then reading this one, or doing the tandem read. So you kind of got to go with like what you think you're gonna want. I could honestly go either way. I'm not like feeling super strongly about either one. But I have officially finished these two. And so now for today, I have a snow day, so I am home from work. I just have to be like available and checking my emails regularly and stuff. I've already posted my stuff that I need to Google Classroom. So yeah, I'm just like home and all set, and I can't go anywhere because it's snowing outside. Not that I can't go anywhere when it snows, it's the amount of snow that is concerning, and like if the plows are out to clear the roads. And then on top of that, it is getting pretty windy, which means snow drifts, which is not safe to drive in. Either way, regardless, I don't have anywhere to go, so I'm staying home. I've already made myself a cup of tea, and I might go have another one because that was amazing. But now I think I'm going to start my reread of A Court of Silver Flames. I do want to start this reread today, and then like I mentioned before, I still am reading Butcher and Blackbird, which I'm really enjoying, but I'm probably, well, I don't know, maybe I will read that one later today or not. I'm not really sure, but I do have the audiobook for that one, and then I've been reading it on my Kindle. But yeah, basically just for the rest of the day, I'm just going to keep my email handy and just like find a comfy spot and watch the snow. So that's the plan. I might go make another cup of tea, but yeah, let's go get the day started. All right, hello everyone. I have some things to unbox, and then I also have some reading updates. Before we unbox things, I wanted to show my friend Maggie got me this Night Court sigil for my bookshelf. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it yet on my shelf, or if I'm gonna have it on my desk, or I could hang it up on my wall. I don't know yet. I'm not sure where I want to put it, but it's so cute. She has one as well. She just read the A Court of Thorns and Roses series last year, and of course she fell in love, and so now she's like trying to make her way through all of Sarah J Maas's books, and she's on Throne of Glass now, and she's loving it, and it's just so fun because see her reactions of like her reading it for the first time, because she's not like a voracious reader, so like she's just having a good time. But yeah, now I have a few things to unbox, so let's start with the little envelope first, smallest. So this is an Etsy order. This is from the shop Sticker Peep. And this is just a sheet of stickers for my planner because I started going back to the gym. And so I got these little like dumbbell, kettlebell, water bottle stickers to put in my planner to hopefully help motivate me to continue going to the gym. I was doing really well for the majority of last year. I started going to the gym again in like the fall of 2022, and once I started going, I was going like 4 to 6 times per week. I was doing really well, and I had a solid routine. And then I had the depressies and didn't really want to go, and it was such a struggle to get to the gym because I am not one of those people that's like, ooh, if I go to the gym, I get the endorphins and I start feeling better, because honestly, going to the gym could make or break my mood. Like I could go and just have a terrible workout and just be like feeling even worse about myself than if I just chose not to go. So that's what happened a lot of the time, and I got out of a routine, and I haven't gone in a couple months, and so I'm trying to get back into my routine. I went today, and you know, everything's good. I am a little sore from like going from nothing to now working out again, but that was a long story for just showing you stickers. Okay, next unboxing. Okay, so this is some dust jackets. So this is some dust jackets for the Harry Potter series from Nerdy Inc., which I have I don't know if you can see them in here, but the Throne of Glass Nerdy Ink dust jackets. I recently got rid of my Court of Thorns and Roses Nerdy Ink dust jackets because I did like them, but they weren't like my favorite or anything, and I've just kind of tried to slim down on my collection. I don't feel like I need to have every possible edition of books I love anymore. Although, like, there is still pretty much a full shelf of Sarah J. Maas books, but that's neither here nor there. But Nerdy Inc. is, like, doing a liquidation sale, so everything was, like, 50% off. So these were only, like, $25 or something crazy like that. So we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which I just think that this is just so cute. Chamber of Secrets. Oh, and on the inside, there's, like, little art pieces, little sketches of like stuff from the series. Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, The Order of the Phoenix. I love Luna. I love that she's on the cover of this one. Half-Blood Prince with baby Draco on and Snape. And then Deathly Hallows with Neville on the cover. And then like the spines are just so cute. So I'm really excited to put these ones on. I'm just going to put them over my hardcover set. I'm not going to buy a whole new set of books. I just have always really liked these, and I just have never gotten them. So I was like, you know what? When they're half off, that's the time to do it. Especially before they sell out and you can't get them anymore. Okay, now for the last and arguably most exciting unboxing. This is from Mel Binds Fix. And oh my god, it's so pretty. It's Love and Other Historical Accidents by Pacific Rumbod. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but look how stunning. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I love it. I love the purple spine with all the little like petals and stuff on it. I think that's so cute. And even just the back cover is so pretty. But of course, Draco and Hermione on the cover. They're just so cute. And this is our buddy read for February. So I'll be picking this one up in February. But thank you so much, Mel, for making this. And I'm just so excited to read this one because it looks so cute. It's going to be so fun. I can't stop looking at it. The cover is so stunning. Gorgeous. Okay, so reading updates now. So I did finish Butcher and Blackbird today, and I really enjoyed this one. It was a fun, like a romantic comedy serial killer romance. So it's dark in the fact that they're both serial killers, and so there's like gore and murder and stuff like that, but it's kind of like a cutesy romance between these two serial killers. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's a very interesting and unique book. It was just a really fun time, and I had a good time. So I'm definitely going to pick up the second book. I think that one comes out in June, and I believe it follows Rowan, the main guy from this book, Butcher. It follows his brother Lachlan, but it's not spelled the same as my Lachlan. And then Sloane from the first book, her best friend Lark. So it's called Leather and Lark, I think. So I think it's their romance, which I'm really excited for because the little like baby morsels that we got in this book were really fun. So yeah, I finished that today. So now I'm going to start my reread of A Court of Silver Flames. I kind of waffled back and forth between if I was actually going to reread this one this month or not, because I want to finish all of my Sarah J. Maas rereads before House of Flame and Shadow comes out, which is in less than 3 weeks now, and I have 4 chunky books to get through. I had initially planned on annotating them all, which if you know how I annotate, it takes up a lot of time. So I don't think that I quite have the time to reread and annotate all of them, but I do think I'm going to annotate this one. We'll see. I mean, I might try to annotate them, but if, the time crunch is on and I have to read them without annotating, then so be it. But I'm going to be rereading this one now. I'm going to go start it tonight. It's already kind of late-ish, but I think that I can at least get 100 pages read tonight so I can get like into the thick of things, but I'm really excited to read this one. This is one of my favorite books of all time, so it's just gonna be a really good reading experience. So I'm gonna go start that, and I will check in sometime tomorrow. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I did start the audiobook for Blood and Steel by Helen Shorer. I'm not sure how you say her last name. My copy is in the other room though, so I'm not gonna go grab it. But I think I'm only like 30-40 pages into that one. But so far, what I have read, I'm intrigued. I'm liking it. So we'll see how that one goes. But for the present moment, I'm gonna focus on A Court of Silver Flames. So I'm gonna go start that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next update. Hello everyone. It is Sunday now, and I spent all of yesterday reading A Court of Silver Flames and doing my annotations, and I just love this book so much, and I just had like the best day ever yesterday just reading this book. I really like the tab colors I chose because there's not really like a good way to match this one because it's just like black and gray, so I just really like the colors on it because it's like the only pop of color then on this book. Yeah, I have annotated the hardcover copy of this before, but it was before I have my like current annotation style. So like all of the annotations are like, it's gray highlighter and there's no like pizzazz, you know, there's no like sparkly glitter gel pens and stuff like that. So it's been really fun to annotate in this one and I'm just really happy about it. I have been using my hardcover copy to like help guide me with my annotations, especially with where to put my like playlist. So I have a Spotify playlist with songs that go for like specific scenes, and then I like put them on the side of the scene and like, you know, just a reminder to go listen to that song while I read this scene. And so I've been using my hardcover copy to kind of help remind me where, like what page I put certain songs and stuff. Yeah, I got my annotation system set up, and then the dedication page, and then I've got this. And yeah, I've just been having a really good time annotating in this. So I don't think I'll be able to finish it today. I've got about 300 pages left, and my pace is much slower because I'm annotating and because I'm reading this one physically, because I do not like the audiobook narrator for this one. I really hope that they don't use that narrator for any of Sarah's future books, because that was an affront to my ears, honestly. But I do think that I'll make it quite a way into this today, at least get through maybe like 200 pages before I have to go do other things. I did plan next week in my planner and I didn't film it because it's kind of boring. Not much was happening next week, and like my spread is just not very flashy. So I didn't really film that because like there's just not much going on next week. But yeah, other than that, I've just been reading A Court of Silver Flames. I do have a little sticker sheet to, well, that didn't work, to unbox. Okay. Look how cute this is. So this is called the Kitty Treats Shop, and Kitty is spelled I-E. Look how cute. Okay, so this is the shop, and I got these adorable little stickers for my planner, which they're little workout stickers with little like cats. There's like a weightlifting one, a cardio one, and then like a yoga stretching one, which I just think is absolutely adorable. I got another sticker sheet of just like a dumbbell, a kettlebell, and a water bottle from the Sticker Peep shop, which I'm going to be using these in my planner because I've gone back to the gym like I said before, and oh my god, the kitty one is just so cute. And then she also gave me a little freebie sticker of this cat dressed like a dragon. It's so cute. So that's fun. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna go hunker down on the couch and read some more of Court of Silver Flames. Lachlan uploaded to her Patreon an Annotate With Me video, and it's like an hour long, which is such good like ASMR and ambiance when I'm also annotating, so like I can annotate with her, which is really fun. So I'm gonna go put that on and then read more of A Court of Silver Flames. I'll probably check in later and let you know how far I get into this. Like I said, I don't think I'll be able to finish it today, but I'll probably finish it tomorrow. And then I haven't been reading Blood and Steel at all. I'm basically saving that one for when I need to listen to an audiobook, like on my drive to work and on my lunch break and stuff like that. So I'm saving that one and just been focusing on Silver Flames. So I'm gonna go read for the day. I'm gonna shut up now and I'm gonna go. So I will see you in the next update. Hello, it is Monday evening now. I just got out of the shower, I went to the gym, and I thought I would give you a little bit of a reading update because I got a bit further in Blood and Steel today, so let's talk about it. I am on page 202, so I'm not quite halfway, but I'm 200 pages into it, and I have some thoughts, okay? I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it. There's a lot of things that are really frustrating in this. First of all, it should be an adult novel. The main character is 24, although she acts as though she's like 16. When they straight up said her age, I was like, what? Like, if she was 19, maybe I would believe it. 18, I could believe it. But 24, she just talks like a YA character. And like all of her like responses and reactions are just very YA, which I don't know, there's sometimes, because like I feel like that's one of my pet peeves in fantasy romances, is that a lot of them are been reading very YA instead of like the new adult that I like. But then I'm like thinking about Powerless, which read like a YA and was technically new adult. So I don't know, I guess there's just like hits and misses for me, but this one is feeling more like a miss in that regard because it's just feeling really YA. Initially, I was really liking the dynamic between the main character, what is even her name? Thea, and Wilder, which is like the love interest. He's like a grumpy, brooding kind of guy, but I kind of was hoping for a little bit of a slow burn here, which I mean, like technically nothing's really happened yet. It just feels like they're developing feelings for each other really, really early on, and I'm just kind of getting bored with them already. And this is going to be a 4-book series, so it's like I'm 200 pages in to a 4-book series and they're already like catching feelings for each other. Also, Thea is like feeling very not like other girls. Not quite exactly not like other girls, but I feel like she is like very frequently mentioning how she wants to be a war sword, and you know, she likes training and wants to like throw daggers, and like God forbid she wears a dress, like that kind of thing, which like in this day and age, it's just, I'm kind of over that. Also, in these first, 200 pages, really in the first 100 pages, things have been very, very convenient for Thea. So the main premise of this book is that there was a prophecy saying that if a woman touches a sword, she'll like hold the blade in one hand and death in the other, and it will like rain death upon this kingdom. And it's just like gonna make these times very dark, and like everybody's just like, women can't touch blades. Oh my God, something terrible is gonna happen. And of course, Thea has a dagger and is touching a blade and wants to train to be a war sword, which fights with blades, and she gets caught by Wilder in like the first chapter, which you knew was going to happen. You knew she was going to get caught. And instead of like, they make it seem like it's this huge deal if a woman touches a blade. Like it's against their laws. It's like the highest form of treason. And she gets caught and everybody's just so chill about it. They're like, yeah, so they don't really like make a big deal out of it. Like there just felt like there were no stakes. Like when she got caught, I was like, oh no. And then everybody that was like told about it was like, eh. They just didn't seem to care. It was just so weird. And then so she goes to like get permission to train as a war sword, and she goes, and the king and like this like council of, I don't even know what they were called, like not elders, but like kind of like that, like a bunch of different kings and queens that make that decide what happens in the realm. And she goes to ask their permission, and they're like, no, that's ridiculous. Don't you remember the prophecy? Bye. And then something immediately, like 2 pages later, happens that we can display Thea's knowledge. And then the king is like immediately like, just kidding, you can actually train to be a war sword, because really, who cares about the prophecy? Like, there was just no struggle in it. There was no like hardship in her doing this. Like, she just, yeah, totally fine. It's actually not that big of a deal. It's really not high treason. We've just been telling everybody that we're going to execute them immediately if a woman is caught with a blade. And literally she gets caught with one and everybody's just like, eh, what can you do? I don't know. That was actually like really annoying. So I was like, that was just really, really convenient. Like, we could have had a little bit more struggle. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'm making it sound like I'm absolutely hating it. There were just a couple things that I was just like, well, that's kind of annoying. Oh, and the main guy, Wilder, well, even not just Wilder, but like the word celadon, which is a color, is describing people's eyes a lot. Like, I think I've read the phrase met her celadon gaze at least 3 times. Like, straight up, like that word for word, like met her celadon gaze is used multiple times. And like, they just constantly are talking about her celadon eyes. And like, once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. So if you do go into this, now you're going to be noticing it. So sorry about that. But yeah, 200 pages in, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just not feeling it. And you know what? I feel like it still has potential, but what my goal this year was to do more of what makes me happy, and specifically to not force myself to read books that I'm not enjoying. And so I'm gonna DNF this one, at least for now. I'm still gonna keep it on my shelf next to the other 3 books that I have said I'm gonna DNF for now. I want to re-pick it up, or if I hear really good things about the later books in this series. But yeah, for right now, I'm just kind of like, I feel like if I keep trying to force this, I'm going to hate it. Whereas maybe if I pick it up at another time, these things will bother me less. So anyways, that's that on Blood and Steel. Anyways, I'm on page 610, 608, something like that in A Court of Silver Flames. It's all the way on the other side of the house, so I'm not going to go grab that. But I'm nearing the end of my reread for A Court of Silver Flames. And like I said, I'm just having a really good time, and annotating it is really fun. So I think when I finish that one, I might jump right into my reread of House of Earth and Blood so that I can like keep the annotation juices flowing, because we've literally got 2 weeks from tomorrow before House of Flame and Shadow comes out. So I'm gonna reread both House of Earth and Blood and House of Sky and Breath. And the plan is to annotate both. So other than that though, I'm not sure what I'm going to pick up. I really would like to have an audiobook for this week. So I might start the audiobook for Mislaid and Parts Half Known by Shauna McGuire, which is the newest installment in the Wayward Children series. So it's really short. I think the audiobook is only like 4 hours and 40 minutes long. And I would listen to it at least on 2 times speed. But I don't have the physical copy to follow along with, which I do enjoy doing. So I either need to buy the physical copy or pick a different book. I don't know. Anyways, that's it for this update. I just wanted to tell you about Blood and Steel since I am going to set it aside for now. And yeah, it's just a DNF, soft DNF, I'll say, because, you know, I feel like it does have potential. A lot of things are irking me. And when that happens, I can't force myself to read it. That is my goal, and I need to focus on it. My goal, I feel like, is such a simple goal for the year. Like, one goal. And it's literally just to try to be happy. And, you know, I'm already struggling. Because I don't know. I feel like I'm putting this pressure on myself, and I'm getting into my head again about like, oh, I should just read it. And then I also like am still feeling guilty if I choose not to read. Like tonight, I'm not really in the mood to read now because I was not enjoying my reading today. And so I'm like, I should just not read today. Maybe I'll watch YouTube. And I'm like, oh, but I have this free time that I should read and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, just know if you watched my reset vlog and you saw what my goal was for the year, it's not as easy as it sounds. But I'm trying. I'm working towards it because I'm trying to get comfortable with reading for reading's sake again, and like reading for the fun of things and not making it a chore. So I'm trying. I just went off on a little tangent there. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to go watch some YouTube, and I'll check in, I don't know, whenever I see you next. So I'm a little worried that I don't like fantasy romance. That's a really dramatic declaration. Let me explain. I decided to pick up Slaying the Shadow Prince by Helen Shore, and I DNF'd this one too, which is 2 fantasy romances in a row that I have not enjoyed. And like, granted, it's the same author, so maybe I just don't vibe with her writing, but I just feel like looking at my like fantasy romance shelf, there's just been so many that I haven't liked recently. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a fantasy romance reading mood. Like, that is what I want to be reading. But for some reason, like, I just feel like everyone that I'm picking up is just a complete miss for me. This one, like, I'm a slow burn girly. Like, if there's a romance in a book, I prefer it to be slow burn. I like the slow, steady build up and the tension that creates. And when they're already like getting together or like having strong feelings for each other 100 pages into the book, I just lose interest. I'm just bored by that. Who even are you? Like, who do you even know each other? I got to page 130 and I was just like, you know what? I'll just be done, because that's my thing this year apparently, is that I'm just DNFing a lot, which I thought would be better. I thought would be better than trying to force myself to read mediocre books. Like, I just want to be reading books that I'm really enjoying. And so if I'm not really enjoying it, I shouldn't be reading it. That was my thought process. Seems like that works, right? But there's that gray area of books that, like, I'm not hating them. I'm not like disliking them actively. It's just I don't like them. I don't know. Maybe I just get annoyed too easily. Or maybe I just have too high of expectations for these. I don't really know what it is, but I feel very discouraged now after DNFing this one. So I'm really sad about it. Oh, I have dog hair all over me. I thought I was cuddling Ellie. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what I'll read now. I did read, and I don't think I talked about it at all. I did read Mislaid in Parts Half Known by Shauna Maguire, which is the newest installment in the Wayward Children series. And that one, I didn't love it as much as I've loved some of the installments. It's definitely not my favorite one, but I like what it added to the story. So if you don't know, in this series, any odd numbered book follows the kids who go to like these other worlds and come back, and follows them in our world, and it follows like a storyline. And then if it's an even numbered book, it follows one of the wayward children in their world, and you get to see this world, the setup, and it's like all different worlds. And I really enjoy the ones that are set in all different worlds. And this one is an odd numbered book. So I think it's book 9. Yeah, book 9. So it's still following some of the characters we already know. This was following like the storyline that we've been following from the first book, following these children at Eleanor West's School for Wayward Children, and like the adventures that they've gotten on because of where the storyline has led, if that makes sense. So I really like the writing, which is what I love most about this series. So I am very excited for any future books. The 10th installment is going to be set in another world. I don't know whose world yet or what the world is, but they're really fun. And yeah, I just really like Shauna Maguire's writing. So I did enjoy the writing in this one, but the storyline was just kind of like, it was happening. It was fine. It was good. It was kind of a continuation of the 8th book, if I'm being honest. It was like, after you read the 8th book, this was like a follow-up to that one, kind of. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm trying not to be spoilery when I talk about it, but yeah, I liked it. It was fine. Definitely not like the 5-star ones that I've had in that series where I've really loved them and can rave about them. This one was just like, it was good. It was decent. So yeah, anyways, I'm left feeling slightly defeated because maybe I'm in one of those lulls where it's just like any book that I read right now is not the greatest, or maybe it's just the books that I'm picking up right now are just not for me. I don't know, but I'm a little disappointed. I am still doing my reread of A Court of Silver Flames. I'm probably going to read some more of that tonight, or maybe just this week. So I don't want to really rush it, but I do also want to finish it before House of Flame and Shadow comes out. But yeah, I think I'm just going to end the vlog here, and I'll probably start up another one this weekend or something. So we are ending on a little bit of a downer. I apologize for that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. First real vlog of the new year. So happy 2024. I hope your January is going well and that you are reading some books that you really love. Let me know so far what you've kicked off the year with, and if there's any books that you've really loved. Also, let me know of any new releases that are coming out that you're really excited for. And thank you again so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.